Welcome to another useful video. Today we're going to be covering the Mercedes W204 C-Class, and this is going to be your complete buyer's guide for this vehicle. To start, we're going to cover the research and development as well as the pre-production manufacturing process for the W204. With a file the size of 2.13 terabytes, the W204 C-Class was the first Mercedes-Benz to be designed from the get-go as a digital prototype. Through computer simulations, engineers and designers were able to test and define a lot of the vehicle's key features before the first prototype hit the road. The digital prototype helped to save time and also resolve key conflict targets early on in the development of the vehicle, enabling 280 very well-made pre-production vehicles to hit the ground for testing in 2003. The prototypes were tested in Germany, Finland, Dubai, and Namibia. All of the vehicle's components and systems were tested under various climate and road conditions. Thousands of miles were logged in deserts, the Arctic, stop-and-go traffic, gravel roads, and other extreme weather conditions to really test all of the components to see how well they'll stand up to abuse and real-world wear. All of this effort translated into 24 million test kilometers to ensure that the W204 would be a very reliable and high-quality product. Available in the USA between the years of 2008 through 2011, the pre-facelift W204 wasn't a huge departure from the previous W203 generation. Rather, it was an evolution, and this evolution created a more svelte, muscular-looking compact luxury sedan that still looks fresh and attractive today. Two different variants were available in the USA, the C300 and the C350. The C300 had a 228 horsepower V6 engine, and the C350 had a 268 horsepower 3.5 liter V6 engine. Also, you had the option of choosing between a sport or luxury version, but please note that the C350 was only available with the sports version. The interior in the pre-facelift W204 is definitely a really nice place to spend some time. All of the controls are well laid out and easy to use, and if you get the navigation system, the screen pops out of the central dash area. The seats are comfortable, and the leather-wrapped steering wheel falls into hand very nicely. The seats on most of the C-Class vehicles will be MB text or an imitation leather product, but it generally holds up well and is pretty resistant to wear and tear. The interior is available in 3 distinct colors: beige, gray, and black. Before purchasing a used W204, it's a good idea to check all the electrics in the interior to ensure that they're working properly, especially if something is powered, like the power seats or the power mirrors. Additionally, you'll want to make sure that the screen for the navigation, if the vehicle is equipped with that, comes up and down easily, and if the vehicle is equipped with the burl walnut trim, it's a really good idea to check the trim to make sure it isn't faded. In terms of equipment, a C350 will generally have better options than the comparable C300. Standout items to look for include a Premium 1 package, Premium 2 package, panoramic sunroof with power sunshade, leather upholstery, and the multimedia package, which will give you a satellite navigation system. The facelifted W204 was available in the USA market starting in the 2012 model year. It was available until 2014 and had 2,000 new and revised parts. And it really added to the flair of the C-Class by giving the vehicle better options, more technology, and a more streamlined look. The headlights especially were nice when you got the LEDs with the C at the corner of the headlight. There were 3 variants available: the C250 with a 1.8-liter turbocharged direct injection inline-4 engine making 201 horsepower, a C300 4MATIC with 228 horsepower and later 248 horsepower, and finally a C350 Sport with a 302 horsepower 3.5-liter V6 engine. Also new for the 2012 model year in the USA was the introduction of the 2-door coupe, available with the C250 or C350 designation. The facelift's interior was also a much nicer place to spend time. The materials were heavily upgraded, and now there was a center screen built into the dash. The design of the dashboard and interior tried to mimic the look of the W212 E-Class of the time. The interior certainly did look and feel more premium and was available in new colors with new finishes and a lot of great options, which we'll get to shortly. Other than that, the interior quality is still very high. It's still the same things to look out for, like the electrics, the trim if it's burl walnut, but overall, the interior is very high quality, especially on the facelift model. Even though the W204 was the entry-level Mercedes at the time, it was available with some really great options. The most noticeable options on the pre-facelift vehicles include the Premium 1 and Premium 2 package, followed by the Multimedia package, but there was standalone options available like a panoramic roof or keyless go. The nice thing about the facelift vehicles is that they had a lot more options and other niceties that you could add to the options list. Things like a Sports Plus package, a full multimedia package, keyless go, lane keeping assist with blind spot, a Parktronic system, and Distronic radar guided cruise control. If there are certain options that you simply can't live without, my recommendation is to look at the used car market and wait until you find a vehicle that has everything you're looking for. Since this was a pretty high volume vehicle in the United States, chances are if you wait long enough you'll find a vehicle with the options and spec that's perfect for you. If you're familiar with AMG, then you know that they're serious about their performance, and the C63 AMG is no exception. In fact, the 507 edition C63 AMG delivers a whopping 507 horsepower. All C63 AMGs will come equipped with the MCT Speed Shift automatic transmission, unique bumpers, a quad exhaust diffuser, and larger brakes. All of these items work together to give the vehicle a nice sound, but also a great driving experience. There's plenty of horsepower on tap, and the estimated 0 to 60 time is in the low 4-second range, which is very quick. The interior also gets its own AMG mode selector, as well as optional carbon fiber trim or special AMG leather trim available in different unique colors specific to the C63. Like any used vehicle, the W204 does have some common problems that you should be aware of before your purchase. The first thing to look out for on early 4MATIC vehicles is the transmission. The four-wheel drive system is built into the transmission, so if for any reason while you're driving it, if you hear a whine or the transmission clunks or thumps into gears, that's something to be mindful of. There was a recall on the taillights due to faulty taillight wiring, so if you notice that the non-LED taillights are flickering or not working properly, the wiring probably needs to get replaced. The electronic steering lock column motor can also be problematic, and it can burn out due to faulty bushes inside the motor. You can DIY the fix, but it's not easy, and it is recommended to make sure that it works properly, because if the ESL motor is not working, your steering column will be locked and you cannot drive the vehicle. If you like modifying your vehicle, then the W204 chassis Mercedes is a perfect vehicle to modify. Not only are there a lot of aftermarket parts available, such as wheels, body kits, bumpers, exhausts, lights, spoilers, and really anything that you can name of. Additionally, there's a lot of German tuning houses that produce special edition C-Classes based off the 204 chassis and also provide a lot of parts like spoiler lips, exhausts, grills, and sometimes even custom-made parts. Additionally, tuners do have tuning boxes available for the engine ECU so that you can install that to get more power or better shifting out of the transmission. Ultimately, the nice thing with the W204 is that you have options, and you can go a lot of different directions, so you can truly customize the vehicle to your taste and what you want to get out of it. There you have it. That's the buyer's guide for the Mercedes-Benz W204 chassis. Thank you so much for watching. Please have a great day and hit that like and subscribe button.